Hey YouTube, what is going on? I got another Pokemon X and Y moveset video for you here today, and this time I'm going to be covering Eelektross, who is a mono-electric type, who, other than Mold Breakers with Earthquake, has no weaknesses with its ability Levitate. So, this moveset is going to be utilizing the move Coil, which boosts Eelektross's attack, defense, and accuracy all by one stage, and all of those boosts will help Eelektross with his other three attacks and with his performance in battle. So, Zap Cannon as the second move. Eelektross gets stab on it. It has 120 base power, so it's going to be hitting hard, and it has a 100% chance to paralyze the opponent if it connects. Now, of course, its accuracy isn't so great, which is also another plus for running Coil, as it will patch up its bad accuracy. After one Coil, Zap Cannon will be at about 66% accuracy, and after two Coils, it will be bumped up to 83% accurate, which is about a Fire Blast, so that definitely is good enough for Eelektross to run. And third move in the moveset, we've got Drain Punch, which will be boosted by the attack boost from Coil, and when paired with Leftovers and Eelektross using Drain Punch, it definitely gives Eelektross some longevity in a battle to be able to keep boosting or just keep attacking things, so very good move. And finally, Knockoff, which of course is also boosted by Coil's stat increases. And in Gen 6, it's a very good move, able to knock off items as well as take on the things like Slowking much better if you're not already boosted up with Coil. And yeah, just an all-around great move. So next up, just going to move on to the EVs and Nature. We will be running 252 EVs for Eelektross in its HP stat, so that we can maximize its HP stat and enable it to take hits from both spectrums pretty well, because it has a fairly decent base 85 HP stat. Next up, we've got a total of 60 EVs in Eelektross's physical attack. This is mainly so that Drain Punch and Knockoff can hit with some decent power without the Coil boost. However, of course, if you do end up boosting a couple of times, Coil will definitely help you out hitting hard with Drain Punch and Knockoff. And finally, we've got 196 EVs in its special defense stat to now allow Eelektross to take on special hits pretty well, as we don't want to neglect this stat, as we're already going to be boosting our physical defense with Coil. So, of course, we're going to be running a Sassy Nature once again to boost that special defense stat even further. And yeah, so real quick before I jump into some gameplay footage with this, main support Pokemon that you would want to use are things like Slowking to be able to burn with Scald, or a Moongus to be able to put things asleep. And pretty much any Pokemon that can set up hazards or inflict things with status are pretty useful for Eelektross. If something's burned, you can more than likely set up more Coils. If something's paralyzed, you can outspeed and hit it with one of its three attacks, which is pretty great. So once again, main support things, either hazard, support it with status. Pretty much that's it, because you don't really need to worry too much about hazards, as it's only going to be hit by Stealth Rock, as it's immune to spikes, toxic spikes, and the ever-present sticky webs. So pretty solid Pokemon here. So now we're just going to jump into some gameplay footage and hope you enjoy. So for the very first match, while it may be turn 2, I did see a pretty decent opening here to get a Coil or two up with Eelektross. So just starting up the first one, they are going to be forced to switch out with the Clawitzer, as most are Assault Vested Eelektrosses in RU. However, of course, this is not Assault Vested, and they go into this because they are Assault Vested themselves, and I just go for the +1 knockoff after getting up a Coil. And that Hyper Voice does a lot for being +1, and it is a Meloetta. And the little graphic glitch, no, that's not the fighting form, that's still normal Psychic. So, yeah, anyways, in comes Cacturn thinking it can take me out with the Sucker Punch, but because of that defense boost and the HP EVs, definitely gonna live that. So they're gonna come in here now with Swallow, thinking they can just Facade, but nope, I see another opportunity to Coil, as they don't even have their Toxic Orb boost yet. But even with that, I still live it a technical +1 or Guts boosted Facade from a Swallow, which is crazy. They go for another one, and it still does not knock out this bulky Eelektross, and another Drain Punch will knock it out. So in comes Hitmontop, and it will knock me out with the Mach Punch, but Not before Eelektross took out, as you can see, Cacturn, Meloetta, and Swellow. That is half of their team, and I still have another 5 members of my team to take on the rest of his. So Eelektross did plenty of work there. One more match, and here it is. So oddly enough, this time another Clawitzer, but this time it's shiny. And a little bit later in the battle here, but once again, forcing a switch as usually people will expect an Assault Vest, but this is of course not that set. So saw an opportunity, gonna go for the Coil. Tangrowth takes on this set decently well, but knockoff does help it out a bit, as of course knocking off items is always a great thing. So they do outspeed, I guess. No, it wasn't a speed tie. They did outspeed, but regardless, missing a Power Whip stinks for them. But this little Slurpluff thinks it's going to come in here and go for the belly drum. I hit the Zap Cannon, paralyze it, pretty much just take it out from there because there's nothing it could have done. It's super slow because of the paralysis, and that's where it comes into play. Now, what I should have done here was gone for the Drain Punch, followed up by the knockoff, and had I done that, I would have been able to take out the Clawitzer. But a little bit of a misplay on my part, but regardless, that is going to be the moveset video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Feel free to use it. The moveset is down below in the description. I will also leave a thanks to the person who suggested Eelektross in the description, or you'll see it on your screen right now. But yeah, so thank you for watching the video. Thank you for commenting, liking, and all that jazz. And yeah, so once again, thank you all for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you all later.